I broke the game this time. I really broke the game. I can do 15 million damage to the zombie right now, and I'm gonna show you how. If you want, please consider subscribing. We're almost at 50,000 subs, and it means the world to me, but I know you're just here for the damage, so let's get into the video. Alright, let's be real. We've all seen those YouTube videos where a YouTuber goes and gathers all of their guild's money in order to get a huge piggy bank like 500 million coins, 1 billion, 2 billion, 2.1 billion. You've seen them all at this point. And they use the Emerald Blade, which is a sword that lets you deal more damage the more coins that are in your purse, in order to deal the maximum amount of damage in Skyblock, since this is currently the strongest weapon in the game, assuming you have enough coins in order to make it as good as possible. Well, today I'm going to show you the ultimate best way to do this, and this is actually ridiculous. Like, you don't understand how complicated this gets. So let me just give you a brief little rundown of what exactly is going on here. Well, recently they added a new enchantment called One for All, and I believe there's one person that did actually make a One for All Emerald Blade video, and they were able to get pretty good damage with it, but I'm taking it one step further. One for All basically takes the damage of your Emerald Blade and multiplies it by, well, up to 210%. So as you can see, since I have about 500 million coins in my piggy bank, my Emerald Blade has 1,600 damage on it. And with the new Reforged Withered, which came in floor 7, we're actually able to put this on an Emerald Blade to make this thing ridiculously strong. And no one has really revisited the Emerald Blade since, well, it's kind of out of stuff to do. Well, I found something really dumb that makes this Emerald Blade basically twice as good as anyone's ever done with it. So, I'll show you the gear you need, and then I'll show you the damage test. So if you're looking for the damage test, you're gonna have to sit through the gear first, just so you understand exactly how obnoxious it is to get this set up. So currently I'm using 3/4 fully maxed out for damage's sake. Necron's armor, this is going to be recombobulated with the Ancient Reforge for maximum damage. I could use Renown, but I do believe that Ancient's going to give more because it gives 35 strength and 30 crit damage instead of just 1% to all stats. And my helmet is going to be the Crown of Greed. It is fully maxed out for damage, recombobulated with Ancient once again. And this actually gives damage or weapons a 25% increase to base damage, which for the Emerald Blade that has a huge base damage is actually crazy, and it is going to do much more than the Tarantula helmet, which I was testing earlier, and it wasn't nearly as close. But that's just the armor. Let's look at my pet. The pet I'm going to be using is a level 100 Ender Dragon. Now, you could get better if this wasn't tier boosted, but unfortunately this isn't all of my coins, and I can't un-tier boost my dragon and put a different pet item on it for slightly more damage, but it's not a huge big deal. It's not really going to be more than a couple 10,000 of a damage difference, which means nothing compared to 15.6 million that I'm about to show you. So what weapons do you need? What makes this so special, Toad? Well, I am deeming this the quadruple triple bow double sword swap. And that's because it's going to be using 2 bows and 2 swords, and you swap between all 4 of them in a very specific order and timing in order to get the abilities and effects of every single one of these things, which is absolutely ridiculous. So first, of course, we have the Emerald Blade, which is going to be withered, recombobulated with the One for All enchantment. Next up is the Reaper Falchion without One for All. That's very important. You don't want One for All on this thing, or else it will do a lot less damage for some reason, probably because it already has One for All in the Emerald Blade, and that's the only one that really reads the enchantment. Recombobulate this, all that stuff. A maxed out Bone Ring with Swarm or Soul Eater 5. It doesn't really matter with my testing, but I max this out with Fuming Potato Books, and make sure you land a back hit on it. And finally, it's going to be the Spiritual Death Bow. This one does need to have Soul Eater if you want to do as maximum damage as possible. Overload 5, Power 6, recombobulated with the Spiritual Reforge, and Fuming Potato Books. This is the weapon that you do want to have Fuming Potato Books, as it's the one that's going to be hitting right as the zombie takes the damage. So what's the order of sword swapping? How do you do the damage? Well, what you want to do is, with the Bone Ring does double damage when it's on its way back. So as you can see, there's a little trail that shows the particles when the Bone Ring's coming back. There we go, and you'll be able to see it when it comes back. It'll do double damage. So what we want to do is throw the Bone Ring and switch between these two, and at the very last second, switch to the Death Bow. So you throw the Bone Ring, switch to the Reaper Falchion, immediately switch to the Emerald Blade, hold it for just a little bit, and then right, like, the instant before the zombie takes the damage, you want to switch to the Death Bow for the extra 100% damage to undead monsters. Since these two abilities are slightly different, you actually somehow, for some reason, it counts both of them. So I'll show you this in action right now. So let me find a good zombie, a good position, like this guy. So you throw this, switch this, and at the very last second, switch that. Oh, it went over his head. Hold on. So we do this, switch, and at the last second, we hit him. Okay, I was a little bit late there, and that's why I only did 2 mil. We do this, and right before he hits it, oh, I was late again. Man, I'm 0 for 3 right now. Boom, there we go. 15.6 million damage. So throw the bone, Reaper Falchion, Emerald Blade, and then Death Bow. I was a little bit early there. Did it just come back? Okay, that was weird. Throw it, a Reaper Falchion, Emerald Blade, and then the Death Bow. So hold on, let's get this zombie villager. Boom, boom, boom. Ah, I was early again. It's really, really hard to actually get this timing down perfectly. And the zombies like to move, so this isn't ideal. You're probably not going to be able to pull this off with the Slayer bosses since, well, this is really, really obnoxious to do. And there we go. Okay, we got it again. Let's go for 2 in a row. But this is kind of the dumbest thing anyone's ever done. I think I got it there, but I messed up and the game lagged. Yeah, so you switch between all 3 of these, and right before it hits it, you throw with the Death Bow. There we go. We're getting a little bit more consistent. But as you can see, this is basically 19.4 on a Romero hit. I was really hoping I was going to get a Romero hit. So there we go. 19.4 million is where I'm going to end up maxing it out. Ways you can improve this from my setup is obviously getting up towards of 2.1 billion coins in your piggy bank for slightly higher damage. And you could add Fuming Potato Books, I believe, to the Emerald Blade. I'm not sure if that's going to make a difference. I believe it does because, well, having more coins in your purse will affect it. But really, this is as strong as it gets. This is as obnoxious as it gets. So I want to try doing this on a Slayer really quick. I don't think we're going to be able to land the hit just because of it being so ridiculous. We basically have to hit it first try. But I'm going to do a Slayer really quick, and I'll come back to the boss and let you guys see. Let you guys see if I can pull this off in a video for you. Alright, let's try to hit this guy. Oh, we hit him! Okay, there we go. We hit the mini-boss, so I don't know if we're going to be able to... Oh, we got the boss, too! We got the boss! No way. I'm actually really, really surprised. Oh, my mic probably just peaked because I, like, low-key screamed there. But there we go. We were able to one-shot the mini-boss and the boss with no effort. This is not viable, but it's really, really darn fun to do. And once the Tier 5 Rev Slayer comes out, I might just be doing this in order to deal an obnoxious amount of damage if he is a boss that we need to fight from a slight range. But again, just going over this, you need all 4 of these weapons. This armor is recommended, Dragon Pet. Throw this, swap between the weapons like that just before it hits it, go with the Death Bow, and you can deal a ridiculous amount of damage. Now, obviously, this isn't a setup everyone's going to be able to afford since, well, like 8,000, I don't know, it's a lot of coins to be able to afford this. But anyways, if you guys enjoy this kind of video, then leave a like on it. Let me know if you have any other ideas, if you want me to test things in the comment section below. And also, if you made it to the end, do subscribe. Like, we're so close to 50,000, man. Just help me out this one time, alright? Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.